Welcome to Beyond the Estate, where I am your host and author, Ariana, and today we will be diving deeper into Pride and Prejudice, a modern adaptation. In the reputation-driven town of Brookfield, news spreads quickly when wealthy tech entrepreneur Will Darcy moves into the Hawthorne estate. He is quiet and confident, which makes him seem arrogant at times, especially to Eliza Bennet. Eliza Bennet is a sharp, observant journalist student who values authenticity over status. Mr. Darcy makes a dismissive comment at a charity gala. Due to this, Eliza forms a dislike towards him. As Darcy and Eliza's tensions simmer, Eliza's sister Jane begins dating Darcy's business partner, Jay Brinkley. Their relationship is amazing until Darcy interferes, thinking that he is protecting Jay. This decision makes Eliza's resentment deepen and set the story up for the emotional turning point. The climax unfolds when Darcy confesses his feelings to Eliza. Eliza rejects Darcy and confronts him about pride and interference in Jane and Jay's relationship. Darcy sends a heartfelt email to Eliza, taking responsibility for his actions. During this, Eliza also comes to a realization that she too has prejudice and rethinks her judgments. As the story moves into the following action, Eliza witnesses Darcy's quiet generosity when he helps her family avoid a public scandal. Because of this, her prejudice softens. In the resolution, they meet again, and this time without pride, assumptions, or defensiveness. Through personal growth, both characters change. That was a short little synopsis of the story. We will now be taking questions from readers. From our first question, we have Trinity from Lafayette, Indiana, and she's asking, how did you develop the characters in your narrative? Were they inspired by real people or entirely fictional? Well, developing the characters in this narrative, I focused on contrast and growth. I wanted Eliza and Will to be flawed but not shown that they are able to change. Instead of making either of them right or wrong, I gave them both strengths and weaknesses. Eliza is very intelligent and independent, but this leads her to judge too quickly. Will is confident and protective, but this comes off as arrogant to many other people. By using those personalities, I make the development feel more natural. On our second question of the day is by Brandon from Memphis, Tennessee. And he is asking, how did the setting contribute to their overall mood or theme of the narrative? The setting plays a huge role in shaping both the mood and the theme of the story. By using a reputation-driven town, I created an environment where social status and opinions matter, which causes pressure on the interactions of people in the town. The pressure helps intensify the tension between Eliza and Will. Moving on, we have Lottie from Olive Branch, Mississippi, and she's asking, what role does style or language play in your writing? How did you determine the tone and voice of the narrative? Well, when it comes to style and language, I use them intentionally to mirror the emotional journey of the characters. The language at the start is more formal and restrained, especially with Will in the setting of Brookfield. As the story progresses, the language softens. The sentences become more reflective and emotionally open, especially during the email scene and the final conversation between Eliza and Will. The shifts show their personal growth and change throughout the story. Tone and voice are determined by thinking of two things, it being a modern setting in the original book. I wanted it to be current and relatable, but still elevated to reflect the influence of a classic novel. The tone is serious, but not overly complicated. Shifting gears a little bit, we have Jacob from Little Rock, Arkansas. Were there any challenges or obstacles that you faced while writing this narrative? How did you overcome them? Well, one of the biggest challenges while writing this narrative was balancing the originality with inspiration. Since it wasn't based on Pride and Prejudice, I needed to keep the core themes, pride, prejudice, and personal growth, but while still making it feel fresh. I overcome this by focusing on translating the emotional conflicts in a temporary setting, like using business partnerships, emails, and social reputation instead of balls and letters. That leads us into another important question from Bella, who lives in Claremont, Florida, and she's asking, what universal theme did you want readers to take away from your narrative? How did you work to convey the universal theme to your audience? So, if there is one universal theme I really wanted the readers to take away from this is Real love requires personal growth. To love someone, you both need to be willing to confront your own flaws. Both Eliza and Will start off trapped by their own personal perspectives. Will is prideful and Eliza is guided by prejudice. Neither of them is fully wrong, but neither of them are self-aware. I work to convey this theme by making their personal growth the center of the story, not the romance. They only get together because Eliza rejects Will. Due to this, Will reflects on his actions. Once he reflects and takes accountability, Eliza realizes she needs to do the same. And that brings us to the end of this episode, folks. Thank you for listening and taking this journey through Brookfield with me. Until next time, keep questioning your first impressions, and remember, growth often begins when pride ends.